On point. On point.
Again, let's do it again.
On point. On point. On point.
On point.
God damn it. On point.
On point.
Yeah, man. On point.
Yeah, me moving out was a funny one for me. So at the beginning, I would say both of my parents not feeling that shit badly.
Seriously.
It was like seriously. So everything went we're on the phone, as well. But crazy thing is after that, my dad was like boasting with it, bro. Cash pass. He was like, yeah, have you heard my son has moved out? Bro, so that made me actually think, is it that they are happy, or like is he happy, or is he boasting? So like you, Prince, like would your parents be happy if you move out? Or is it more like, okay, we're proud that our son moved out now?
I don't think they will be happy. They will think it's a stupid decision.
Okay.
It already happened once that I moved out for some months just for a trial some years ago. Listen, the first time I came, you're a very stupid boy.
Oh,
Yeah.
But is it like
Yeah, very stupid.
Who was that?
My mom, she started.
Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah.
someone else was like cautioning you.
nah.
Use
She said that all this money, just take us as an example. She said, see, we have been paying rent. Go and buy your own apartment. And before you get to that level, stay here.
You see those kind of advice?
Yeah.
You have to be very careful.
It's gonna be a shit.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like, don't let people, family, parents are love, they want the best. Don't let no one make you put your finger in here. This fire, man, you get burnt.
Yeah.
Well, she said that, stay at home, save up money.
This good advice.
Then
It is.
but only to a certain extent.
yes. So I came back again. Then after some months, I had a talk with my uncle and he said, okay, let's say that we will share an apartment. That's in Bratislava now.
So leaving Austria, you that was called the useless son, to go to another country to be more useless, to be more useless, like.
The thing is that my mom didn't welcome that idea too.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I believe like
But
I feel like for your own parents, it's more about we don't want you out of the house. As she already said, save, etc., etc. In my case, it was really like, okay, this is a decision you want to take. Do you? We support you. I guess what they didn't like is how quick it happened.
That might have been the best thing.
What? How quick it happened?
That it happened quick.
Yeah, maybe. But a lot of things were going on. Dad was, traveled. He came back. He's already seeing like I'm putting some things in order, working extra shifts. Like,
Chess.
Like
Man's playing chess with them parents.
Yeah. So then mom is like coming back, and I'm already leaving the day she's coming. So all that it went really quick for them, but very supportive. Very supportive. I wouldn't say happy though. Kind of proud, after seeing like how long, okay, this guy I guess he can survive, and which is cool. Definitely cool.
My experience, I systematically prepared my parents towards leaving home. Because the time I went to apply for it, they said it's like 2 years. So I knew if I apply now, till that time, I could get my money right for furniture, start preparing my parents, because it's not something you just go like, yo, I'm leaving in 2 months. Like, leaving to where? You're our property.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, so I knew that, okay, I have to gradually start preparing towards it.
Yeah.
And I had some bad uncles at church. They would be like, guy, you're supposed to start having your own apartment. You're not a kid. Like, they were like...
Why is that bad? Why is that bad though?
I didn't say bad in the sense of they were negative, but like
bad
bad
guys.
guys.
Bad guys. Okay,
Bad guys. Like,
my bad.
like you, at least even though you're sharing with one of your friends, start living life. Someone will tell you, at this age, I already left Africa for Europe. So they have start life's adventure.
One of your guys or one of your uncles told me that.
You get me now?
Yeah.
They have started life's adventure. So they understand that you can't be with your parents forever. And I understand that parents will feel a certain way losing their baby. But at times, why? Because you have, see, it's like you've had something for so long. It's yours, you've been taking care of the thing. There's this feeling like, oh, I'm not gonna see this child anymore. If you feel like something, there's a detachment. Whereas it isn't. At times, it's even more of a blessing because now you are actually no more responsible for that kid.
But that's the thing. They still feel responsible because I feel
But
like
not the same way. Because like now, my parents feel responsible for my kid too.
Yeah, but
My
that's the thing.
daughter. But now the responsibility is different.
But that's where I'm going. It's not only like responsibility, but it's more of protection. There's a stage where you actually don't have to protect your children a certain way.
I feel that.
So
I think that
so
the
you-
worker is missing their house. That's what I
So immediately, wait, we'll get to that.
It's a walk.
So immediately, what's it called? You get grandchildren. That protection that they were actually pouring on you, which is love as well, or the responsibility they have for you, goes immediately to your grandchild.
So what's there is that, as I said, I started planning mine because we'd have conversation, blah blah blah. Yeah, why not? Try to get money. They weren't telling me like be a rebel and move out.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, why not? You go out, you do things, you make a little money. Put your mind on living your life.
Yeah.
Because it also removes a certain amount of responsibility and stress. It takes it off your parents.
Yeah.
You get me? Now maybe they have been feeding 5 people.
Yeah.
Now they're only feeding 4.
Yeah.
You get me? So I was like, okay, thought about it then, man them like them females. Them girls. Because I was one not to say female. Girls, we do adore.
Yes, we do.
So I was like, okay, cool. Went to register. At that time I was in a relationship. So we spoke about it, blah, blah, blah. So I went there and I did the thing online.
Yeah.
Then had the appointment. I went to meet them at the office and went everything through. So I told my parents, like, yeah, I registered for this, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to take a while till I get it. So it's not like I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
So whether they accept it or they don't, it's still 2 years away.
That's smart.
It's still 2 years away. Unlike me keeping quiet, then maybe a couple months before that, or the letter comes all of a sudden and I'm stressed and I waste it because you have 2 chances here.
It's changed. Now you have 1.
1?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. So now if you go there, you don't like it, they send you a second offer.
Yeah.
You say you don't like it or you can't go for it.
You have to
You
wait
forfeit it
another
and wait to
3
you
years
have to
or
wait.
4 years.
Yeah, another 3-4 years or whatever. So I was like, I told them, mentioned it, blah blah blah, dropped it every now and then. Come with this color stripes to see what color, furniture, curtain, dropping it in their minds. Then 2 years came past. No, not one offer. And the thing people have been telling me is about 2 years. It's about 2 years, 2.5 years, not one offer.
That's crazy.
3 years, nothing. So I was like, nah. Now I started doing my own research.
Yeah.
Started figuring out, okay, what's happening, why, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it will come. I have to wait is when it gets to my turn, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay, cool. So there is this magazine, Formac, whatever, you can check, direct Vergabe. Checked some, started checking. Went to some racist games that they played. And then I found this. The price was like, how can I pay this man this price? I managed to put the money together. The day, at first I wasn't sure, but the day I came here, I came with my uncle. I told my parents because they heard making calls, going to certain places, and I would go with some of my uncles that know things about apartments, like help me check. So I don't take something that's dead.
That's already.
It might look okay, but there are things they might have to to check.
Yeah.
So we came, we sat down, took a look. Man was very friendly, and man of honor, give him that handshake like, yo, I'm going in for this. I'm taking this. I told him I want to secure it right away. No big talk, no long talk. Straight up. I want to secure this. What can I do?
So in all this, your parents are cool. They're supportive and everything.
My dad would have wanted me to stay longer. My mom, same. But fact is, I've already been bringing up this issue, and there was a period I stayed away from home, not for quarrel. Like I was like, my friend was doing his military service, so I moved into his place because he wasn't supposed to be in Vienna that often, only weekends. So I was like at his place for about 2 months. So there was this trial thing, and I mentioned it that time.
Yeah.
So it's not like, at first it was like, but what are they gonna do? Like, what is it? My dad has this way of thinking, like, some things, if you fight and quarrel too much about it, what's in his mind, he will do it last. So he doesn't see why he should stress himself about trying to drag and struggle about certain things.
But that's the thing, one can tell, he really follows that, what you said, like, I will not lose my peace.
You get me? So like that.
And I love that he's following that,
Then as I went to my friend's place, I stayed there for a while. It was good, man. I was spamming, Making things happen, living the wayward lifestyle, but also kind of responsible.
Yeah. Keeping up with bills and everything.
Yeah. And actually, to be honest, I really didn't pay much at my friend's place.
Okay.
Then I told my dad, because this guy, they knew him. So I told him like, okay, the intention or the thought is maybe we would share if he's back.
Yeah.
Because the question is, what happens if he's back?
Yeah.
Because now I'm presently like almost all by myself. What happens? So I was like, yeah, we'll share, we'll see how. So they gave me different advice, sharing with someone is very techy. You have to be careful, things happen, situation, quarrel, blah, 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 cool. So I was like, okay. So I had 1 or 2 talks with some guy then. So with some man then. So after that, someone told me like, this guy is cool and all that, but you have to be careful because if some people are angry, you don't know how and what will result out of it. So then, so I decided, okay, I'm going back home. But he and I never had any dispute, So I went back home. Then some months later or a year later, I started trying to get my things together to move, So my dad, he wasn't really very supportive in sense of, okay, let's go and check, let's do this, let's do that. But he never said no. Do you get me? My mom was like, you stay, a woman, caring mother was like, yeah, blah, blah, if you stay, save the money, then later,
you call it caring. That's what we say, this emotional blackmail.
At the end, she gave me a little money as I was about to move out. I was thinking it's actually like a mistake. I lend you till you get some things together. So later she was like, now it was my gift to you for moving.
That's amazing.
You get me? So I planned everything, carry load. I told my dad, I need you now, please. I have load to carry.
Yeah.
Are you going to help me or not? He did what he had to do as a dad.
Yeah, my dad too.
So since then, I've actually never looked back, and I think there is, like you said, you don't know if it's pride or
they're happy.
Happy. If he's not happy, that wouldn't be pride in him. You get me?
True.
So seeing that, because I think there is a level of, we missed something along the way. If your kid moves out and he's unable to take care of himself,
that's when you should actually be.
So I think they should be happy and appreciative that their kid moved out and is able to sustain himself.
Yeah.
And every now and then, as a responsible guy, support your family in a way or another. It shows that at least there are certain values that they taught you, like maybe don't be reckless with your lifestyle, try to make sure you work because if you don't work, bro, so many guys have lost their apartments because of going to parties, not being serious at work, not paying bills. I don't know.
Why are you laughing?
For me, it was never like, okay, like pay your bills. I know that I was paying my bills because I always thought to myself that when I move out, I have to prove myself that they are not right.
How?
That means I will never come back into this house.
That means they were saying they felt that this guy
will not make it.
He can't make it out there.
So wait, so that means your parents, they wanted you to stay out.
They wanted me to stay, but I think that the way of telling me that I have to stay is just Yeah, like principal say, like they need a worker. No, but they will just package it some way, somehow that you'll be like, okay, they want me to say they don't want you to stay. They just need somebody in the house still, and I'm the last one. So for you, your whole scenario is different because you're the first one. So you have to work even harder to move outside of our
Yeah.
house. But I was the last one, so that means it would only be me and my mom. So I would leave my mom behind.
Yeah.
So I thought to
Yeah.
myself like,
But his case is actually very similar. Because everyone actually kind of left
Kind of left.
before he left. So the way I think about it is like, if I raise a kid and now my kids start living life, and I think in our scenario, we're not giving blanco check, like anytime you need money, call us, or I'll pay your rent for 6 months. Nothing like that. The things my mom did, like, she got me some few things for my place, which I appreciate a lot. And she would every now and then try to cook and bring, like, but she knows that God, he knows what he's doing. Like, I don't go to my parents because of food, or some people would go to get something to eat. I haven't harbored friends at my place. Me that started living alone not too long, I started like taking care of or supporting people.
Yeah.
So I believe if a parent can build that confidence in letting their kid move, if you love your kid anyway, and your kid doesn't find his way in life, you welcome your kid back home. So that should make your kid feel safe. But to me, some of the guys I know, they told me, once you leave house, we are not going back.
exactly, that's the thing.
Because it's a man thing. You've decided to move, to start doing your thing in life.
Going back.
So going back is like you missed something. But if you're having targets,
Is it
actually,
you or your parents?
It's the parents. It's not about you.
I think they because their responsibility towards us is to protect us, nourish mentally and spiritually, teach us, but also train us for life
to
out
be
there.
able to.
That's why over pampering a child is not good.
It's terrible.
And destroying a child emotionally and physically, abusing it is not good.
That's why I don't
Because
get.
we need that balance.
Yeah.
So if your parents do, in my worst case now, he said that he wanted to prove them wrong. But
That's
wanting to prove them wrong still made you who you are, and made maybe the way they trained you.
Yeah,
good.
but is that good in a sense? It's always like that's why I like what I'm saying. Is that good in a sense? Like, because now I'm just working towards proving them wrong, that they are incorrect about their statement of me.
But now this is your business. This is your issue, no more their issue.
Of course, the issue.
They have settled with you moving on.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're just like, when you move back home, you're just like, you will hear that notion of, I told you cannot make it. You should have stayed at home.
That's why
pride in it.
Bro,
It's pride, it's ego and pride.
and you see my case.
Yeah.
God forbid that I would have ever gotten into that situation. That situation. Going home to my parents would have never been an option.
That's what I'm saying.
For you in your
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
That's what I'm
as I said, there is this mindset, I have left my parents, I've started life. It's not like they're gonna.
Funny thing is, you're the one that instilled it in me.
Yeah, it's not like I'm leaving them because we had clash or we had a problem. But I've left you guys for good. Let's say I'm a man now. I don't need mommy to wake me up in the morning to make my bed. No, I don't need. Can you open the door for me? Then you people put the key. Oh no! You did not cook. I'm angry. Nah. So now, why I said it is your situation, it's your business to handle, is that you have left their place. Now it is your responsibility how you emotionally manage yourself. So you shouldn't be bothered about trying to prove them wrong.
No, because it's different.
Because you've already proved them wrong. How long have you been living alone by yourself now? 2 years? Almost?
More than 2 years now.
More than 2 years. So you've, with 6 months.
Like my situation, the few months I left home, my thought was like, I can never ask them for anything. Now I can't go back. I need to do all on my own. So I have a guy. There's some guys I know. Up to date, they still go to parents to go and eat, to go and wash clothes and all their clothes. I always look at them like.
Do you guys find that bad?
No.
I don't find it bad. I don't find it bad. I think it's also a form of bonding.
Exactly.
Because that's a way like, okay, I gotta wash this clothes anyways. So while I'm there, I'm spending time with my family.
Yeah,
But-
because I don't find it bad. But what I was actually going to say, I'll let you finish, is that what I don't like is those guys that still feel entitled to, not even entitled, still feel entitled for what's it called, to be receiving certain funds from their parents. Because I know those type of people older than me, still feeling entitled. Yeah, my mom, they are late on their on the rent. I'm like, what do you mean? Are you talking about your rent that you need to pay? And they're like, yeah, they haven't sent me the money. So yeah, that's mad. Go
That's a
ahead.
dickhead.
Go
You
ahead.
should have stayed at home.
You should have. I didn't say anything because I was like, there's no need to get into that.
Yeah.
But
If
that's
the person
mentality.
is studying and
bro, there's no excuse.
No,
that's
no,
the thing. You
study is always
calculate.
different.
You calculate before you move.
you're right, but there are some families that actually support their kids moving out. Let's get that right. Let's not forget that.
I was gonna say you said some.
There are some
Asian
families.
Africans.
Yeah, thank you. So wait, but let's go back.
I did not send you out. Either you can take care of yourself or you sit down.
Wait, but finish what you were saying.
My own is said already. I just don't get it because I know the guys. I've talked to them and asked them like, why
did you move out?
Yeah, that's one of the questions. Like, why did you move out first? Second, they say, okay, they feel lonely. Okay, I get lonely.
I don't get that.
I get it in a sense. They feel lonely at home.
What is lonely?
Many
of us were feeling lonely with our parents already.
Exactly.
We were feeling lonely already.
Understand that they will be telling you that you're always going out. Then why don't you stay at home? But they will still not talk to you. So you're already lonely in a house, a full house.
Yeah.
And the other thing is that
Yeah. Continue.
the other thing is that they told me directly in my face, yeah, I can't afford my food from now, so I let my parents feed me.
See, it is fine. It is fine because you know why I say it's fine? The reason why we're saying nah is ego.
Thank you. And ego plays a big part.
Ego. And I think to be a man, you know that the book
Ego is the enemy.
Sorry?
Ego is the
Ego is
Oh,
the
ego is
enemy.
the enemy, yeah.
Okay, I haven't read it,
You
but
should read it.
but ego is the enemy is only right to a certain extent because ego also makes you achieve certain things and ego makes
It's
you
a
not
drive.
give up at a certain time.
Yeah.
So it is because of our way of thinking that we're like, why would they do that? But it is okay if their parents are fine with it, and most parents are okay with it. But to me, it's like if you can't afford the least, the minimum, you shouldn't be staying on your own.
Thank you. Yeah.
Live with your parents. But if you go there, definitely I won't say, don't eat at your parents' place because you're a man now.
No.
But maybe there is something you need. Yeah, your parents can help you
Take
out.
those things as
You know,
Definitely.
you get a help, but yeah, but
That's why, when we're talking about, diverting a little bit, but, talking about going back, I've experienced that already. I didn't go back to stay forever or move back in, but I go and visit my parents. I think I've done this like twice or 3 times already, those couple of days. Did I say some stuff?
right now.
No, before, because the way you're looking at me is like,
No, I'm just listening.
Okay, because it's like,
But I know you did it once, twice, that you're like, man, I'm happy to go home.
Relax, don't say everything.
I'm happy to go back.
So doing that, that's when I noticed I can't move back in. It's scary for me.
Like you want to
I
go
can
out,
tell you why.
someone is
There's
like, when are you coming?
That question, it
You feel,
irritates. It
yeah, you
irritates
feel
already.
like,
It's
give
trauma,
me my
bro,
space.
trauma.
There's crazy thing, even like stuff like, oh, okay, mom, dad, I'm coming back, to stay a couple of days. Simple, simple statement. I have a key to get in. Why are you calling me at 11 p.m.? Where are you? Is the bus to drive? Like, it's
Like, how do you think I've been doing it out there?
It irritates me, So even like being there are certain things. Because me, it doesn't piss me off. Okay, can you please help me wash the bathroom? If I see it needs attention,
Yeah.
I'll do it. All those type of stuff. But some conversations we don't need to be having them.
Yeah.
On my side, for you it's cool, but like for me, I feel uncomfortable
Because
having them.
you're an adult now. So
I know.
you feel like
Yeah, like I don't
See,
see.
you hear what you said because you're
Yeah,
adult.
but they
Now,
don't
that's what I was
see it that
saying.
way, they
But
don't
that's
see
what I
it
was
that
saying
way.
because they're still in that protecting. You know,
Yeah,
they
don't know
don't
how
to
to
transition into like
Okay,
you're
let
adult.
him do his thing.
And we've had these talks like there are moments where
You have to
like our dad.
you have to give them signals. Like,
Give them
yo,
signals. We're not, you as because of our culture with the African culture, it's not you're not telling them we're on the same level, but I'm an adult.
Yeah.
The same way you treat that other dude, what's it called, at that party, that 30-year-old bros.
Yeah.
I'm there now actually. I'm your child, I'm your kid, but I'm there now. You know, I'm an adult basically.
Like my
I
mom,
don't care.
you know.
But with moms it's easier, you know.
Yeah, but my dad is with certain things. My dad seems very relaxed. He
my
might.
bad. With dads it's easier.
You get me?
Yeah.
My mom, because of the way I know how to talk into her.
Yeah.
Like some things, maybe we're doing something, or my mom is referring to someone. We'll say that
But they're
boy.
first one.
That boy.
Yeah.
Every now and then I tell her, don't call him that boy. He's a man.
Or like to your brothers.
To my mom, not to my brothers. Like where she's talking.
to
Due to
someone.
her, yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah,
she's
yeah.
not telling the person you're
No,
a
no,
boy.
but she's
Maybe
talking
she's
to
talking to me and like, that boy, that boy.
And you're like,
Every now I'll be like, don't say boy. He's not a boy. He's a man.
true.
So refer to him as a man. Me doing that, I was
Those
systematically
instilling
that. Me too. I'm a man.
I'm a man.
You get me?
I joined.
Yeah, like things I would tell her like, yeah, I know he's in your eyes. He's a boy.
Yeah,
Due to the age difference and okay, life, whatever, but actually he's still a man. Her comments or her statements were never in a
negative.
derogative way,
Yeah,
or it
yeah.
wasn't like, oh, she's talking negatively about the person. It's just like having a conversation. Maybe we're talking and she's trying to refer to Maiwa. I'll be like,
Yeah.
that boy,
boy.
that friend Maiwa, for example. I'll be like, nah, he's a man.
Yeah. And if you don't want
I
to
know,
say that,
like tomorrow, love, like I know what you mean, man. But yeah, that man.
Mm-hmm.
So now, systematically, I'm dropping things like boy, man.
Mm-hmm.
There are things my mom want to do. She calls me like, yo, see, or see, this is bothering me, or this is disturbing me, or how do you see this?
Yeah.
And me, I find pride because I haven't really, like what you've done, like staying there a couple days. I've not done it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've never even slept overnight since I've been on my own.
I can't do that.
Because whatever I come, no, I've never done. So whatever I go, come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Oh, I
if
do.
I have my daughter, I drop my daughter with them. My daughter sleeps over.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm
But
trying to. Yeah, it's not like I'm trying to, but I'm done. I bounce.
Yeah.
You get me?
Man's got things to do.
Yeah. So
Places
with
to
all
go.
of that, I'm like, okay, I find pride because you guys have been doing for me.
Yeah.
So if I do things for them, most often it's related to financial things. Get them like one van, get them couch. All those things I did it, bro.
For them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still get them gifts like maybe it's now let's say too detailed that I'm mentioning, but like there are things I've
Yeah, I can
done
go there.
where several thousand
The
euros.
clothes my parents have, I swear that anytime I go to that house, I got them that cloth. It's like $80, bro. I always look at it like, I would love to have this in my apartment.
No, like I've done things like
But they don't show them. You show them more than independence. You even show that.
that.
Like, can actually
support-
compare.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
supporting. So there are things
But
that I
you
want to
said
take
before
place
that
that I
they'll
make
be
sure.
proud
Yeah,
when they see that.
I do it. So I'm taking care of myself, but I don't forget that I have a family, or it's not this. Oh, now I'm on my own, and it's a selfish lifestyle now.
But let's not go too deep
That's
into
what
that
I was.
because
That's what I was.
because you.
Oh, the
Exactly. I know that's what I was like. That's what I was like. Let's not go into deep because you will tell you like,
do you know why?
fuck
Do you know
you.
why? Obviously, because when I'm talking about people say like, oh, that I'm so negative. I just didn't like the way the support was.
What do you mean? Their support
Yes,
towards
because-
you.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's
Okay.
too much like, oh, don't go out, don't be on your own, this and that.
That is no
So,
support.
but yeah, exactly. Not at least she still gave me like knives.
Something.
So to
Yeah.
it's at least something.
Cut your meat, you're shaky.
Exactly. So, but I think that for me, it started when I was 20. So I told my mom like I want to move out, but
Yeah.
it blew up in my face with I just want to move out because you just want to frolic on women.
You're like your
Of
father.
course.
You're your father's son.
It is what it is, huh?
And it was what it was.
But it's also part of it for you to gain experience to live on your own.
Mhm.
So, but she didn't support that motion at that given point.
Yeah.
So, but I already knew like, okay, what I have to do is just make sure to get my money right and move out when it fits me.
Yeah.
So and because she didn't support that emotion in the get go, so I made sure that even in case I lose my job, I can still pay my rent minimum a year.
Yeah.
Solid.
So that's what I did.
Yeah.
So once I moved out, and she was like, "Yo, you do think I'll make it?"
Like,
In my mind, I was like,
look,
even
he's
if I don't
competitive,
have
that's
a
why.
job,
Yeah, see,
and that's why.
you did it and you had like a 1 year plan, bro. I did it the way Christians would say, I left with faith. I told you, like, I wasn't having certain
Look, guy
cash
left with
down.
faith. I left with a mustard seed, bro.
You know?
That's that.
I
you guys
left
are-
like, you know, I left like, okay, I got a little something. This thing, we have to make it work.
Yeah.
See, I cannot do
We
it.
have to make it work. So I became conscious of money, and my lifestyle, I spend money. Like, I don't mind. So everything I did, I knew rent is first, even if I
Yeah.
don't have light,
Yeah.
but I have a roof over my head.
The place system.
Yeah. So certain things I knew, okay, this is how I have to handle it. Manage yourself and your life properly.
Obviously, also double your hustle, though.
Yeah, I have to make sure my hustle is right. So with all of that, you know, knowing how to go about things, I was like, okay, good. I think this is fine. And that's how my journey began. But now you guys, if you watch and think about every superhero, they all had a journey. And their journey was most often to find themselves. Do you get me? So you have to leave what is also called the comfort zone, which is your home, your parents, your family, to go out there, find yourself. Who am I? Many people actually really figure out who they are. Even if you've seen the traits while you were at your parents' place, living with your family. Now, being on your own, you get to confront yourself and know who you really are. Oh, am I a really lazy person?
Yeah.
If it comes to girls, because now you have certain freedoms. Some guys, their issue was never about money.
No.
Maybe the freedom to move mad with girls.
Especially the priority give.
Yeah,
certain
the
things.
priority
You find out what are your
thing.
priorities.
So now that journey, I think it's healthy for parents to try to have a conversation with your kids. Figure out who's your kid, how does that kid think, and now give the child the freedom to express themselves in figuring out who they really are in life.
Yeah.
So if you want the kid to do well, to excel, give that child the freedom to say, okay, we will support you in whatever way we know to, and we can agree on supporting you.
Yeah.
But okay, go out there, live your life. If it doesn't work out, I think most parents should welcome their kids back, which I think most parents actually will also do.
But without fake shit.
Fake?
Yeah, that would be like, I told you cannot make it.
That's what
If I hear that shit,
Yo, that's on point. Shout out to what's it called, Desmond. You know, next time you'll be on the episode. Yours truly, on point, over and out. Peace.
Roger that.
On point. On point.